Pixie says, what about when men won't come anywhere near you because they think they are higher class than you? Okay, well, what do I say, Pixie? If you've been watching me at all, if you watch my channel, if you watch what I talk about in my programs and all that kind of stuff, there's one phrase that stands out more than anything else when it comes to what it is that you're talking about right here. And that is only go where a man treats you like you're $1 million. Don't go where he treats you like $5. If he thinks he's higher class than you and all that kind of stuff, great. Let him go find somebody that he thinks is in his same class. Whatever. What you can do is find a guy who looks at you and sees you as a valuable woman. That's what you want. You don't want to try to go and convince guys. See, and this is exactly what we were just talking about, right? You're talking about this guy right now, and you're thinking about this guy, and this guy is on your mind who thinks that he's out of your league. And you're like, oh, well, what do I do? What about this man, right? You're not talking about a guy who thinks that he's not in your same league, right? He's under your league, that you're out of his league where he's putting you on a pedestal. Why? Because there's something interesting about that, right? And so it's better for you to come from the same frame. Like, oh, well, maybe, I don't know what you're talking about. In coming from a screening frame where you're like, I'm not sure that you're in my class. I'm not sure that you're in my league. Right. And then you guys can have a frame battle on that and then get to a place where you see each other as being in the same league. That's a lot more attractive than this guy being for a man, right? Than him saying that he's out of your class and then, you trying to convince him that you are in his class. So instead, what you want to do is, one, you want to assume your value. That's the number one rule, is that you want to assume that you have high value. And if you believe in your value, if you believe that you're a worthwhile person, and some guy shows up and he's like, you're not in my class, I'm just higher above you, yum, 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 yum. Right? You're going to be like, whatever, bro, get out of here then. Like, if you think you're so high above me, go somewhere else. What you don't do is start trying to prove yourself to him and trying to show him that you really are in his class. And look at me, I'm doing all these things and I'm dancing like a monkey, wearing this new dress and wearing all these things and trying to act all high value. You don't want to do that, right? You just want to come from a place where you believe in your own value. And if a guy doesn't see it, that's fine. He can go somewhere else. And if he does see it, that's great. He can come on board and you guys can talk about it and he can prove to you that he's actually in your class instead of you doing it with him. That's the better case scenario there. Pixie May, does that make sense to you, Pixie May? Let me know if you have any questions about that.